Did you hit your hip? Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
RJ, give me your thoughts. Obviously, with your career coming to an end here today.
I mean, just the way we battled to the end. It wasn't a great first half that we started off with, but to pull all the way through, all the way to the second half, and be right there, just speaks on just the whole time this whole season. It's been like a roller coaster year, but we persevered, we were resilient, and we didn't go down without a fight. And I mean, that's just my first initial thoughts.
What was his message to you guys in the locker room after?
Kind of what I just said. Just obviously how the year started, and wasn't a great start, but it was difficult. It was a difficult journey, difficult path that we, as a team, that we faced adversity, and we overcame it, and we was able to each and every day when we would get knocked down, we get right back up, and that's all he could ask from a team, and I think that's what he just emphasized on after the game.
RJ, when you had the and one there to cut it to 2, did you get the sense that the building was on your side, momentum was on your side? I mean, was there a point there where you thought, this is it, we're going, we're going to get it?
Yeah, I feel like momentum was on our side. It was a 2-point game, and we just needed one more stop. And I feel like, the crowd got into it just from, being down 18 at half and then pulling all the way through to a 2-point game with a minute left in the game. So the crowd was into it. It was good energy. So I felt like, I looked up at the clock and I'm like, all right, this is our time to win.
It looked like their activity on defense was giving you guys trouble in the first half, and on the other side, it looked like you guys were getting caught in some switches.
Yeah.
What was it that took place that led to the big deficit?
Just kind of like early turnovers, and then their ability to switch 1 through 5. It wasn't nothing that we never faced from the past a month and a half ago, but I think we were a little bit too stagnant. But at the same time, it was really just the defensive end that was causing us problems. We couldn't really get any defensive rebounds. We didn't take pride in the first half in our matchup, so that allowed them to go on the run. I think the second half we did a good job of picking up on the defensive boards and getting stops. I just felt like it was a back and forth game where they were scoring more points than we were, and we weren't getting stops.
You hit your first 3, I think it was in transition, and I don't think you hit one the rest of the night. Was your shot kind of flat tonight? Did it feel a little bit flat?
Yeah, I think just my release point, a lot of them coming up short. So yeah.
Did the second half against Duke and Charlotte give you guys confidence at halftime that you could come back and make a game of it?
Yeah, I mean, we said that in the halftime, coming into halftime, like, we've been in these positions before. We've been down a lot more points than we were today. So our expectation going into the second half was to respond the way we did, and I think we did a good job of doing that. We just came up short.
RJ, I know it's still fresh, but when you think back about your time here at Carolina, what are you going to remember most?
Really everything. Like, my time here was the best time of my life. The 5 years I spent here, I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Just from the coaching staff to, the athletic trainer to the strength coach, Doug and Jonas, the managers, the different teammates I played with, Shane, our equipment manager, just everyone in that building, Hoots. I mean, I could go down the line. Just everyone in some way have impacted my life for the 5 years I've been here, and I couldn't be more appreciative of the time I spent here. It's been one hell of a ride, one hell of a career, and I mean, just looking back on this, a lot of great memories that I've cherished and that I'm very thankful for. Just the relationships I built, the friendships I built, the running through that tunnel, going to practice, going to the football games, the tailgating, the bus rides here, to different games, the hotels, just locker conversations, just everything I'm just going to miss because it was family that I built, brotherhood that I built here. And I'll remember that forever.
I ask you to look into the future. How do you think it's going to feel? It's going to go through your mind when you take that jersey off for the last time?
It's gonna hurt. I know this jersey I won't be putting this jersey on anymore. So it's definitely gonna be like a new chapter in my life. New adjustment getting into like, you know, summers I won't be here, so there's no more school for me. So it's just a lot of it's an adjustment period for me, and you know, just obviously spending like half a decade here, my 5 years, and me just growing as a freshman into a young man, like it's gonna be different, and that's just something I'm gonna get used to.
A few of us asked you a couple weeks ago, I think it was the last presser you had at home before Duke, but just about your career and the numbers. And Armando spoke a lot about the numbers. You haven't really done that, but now since it's over, can you process kind of where you stand and where your name is historically here, and not just here, but the ACC?
I mean, I never really talked about it because I like to stay in the present moment, and I'm a humble kid, so I mean, I'm just thankful just to go out there and play basketball. So it's just obviously the achievements and rewards that come with it. So, but I mean, just looking back at my career and the records I broke, and just everything I accomplished that I didn't even think I was going to accomplish. It's crazy to me. My name's going to be up there with a lot of great players that put on this jersey, but then also that played in the ACC. So that's something that I'll just remember and look back on, when I get older, and just be grateful and just be thankful for, the ups and downs I went through, the adversity I went through, just becoming the person and the player that I am today.
Thanks,
in your